Hello and welcome back to my front porch. Thank you for joining me. My son told me the other day that I have not updated you on my chickens, which I know that may sound strange, but I did mention to you in one video that I had a hen that was sitting on eggs and I was hopeful that she was going to have biddies. So I felt like I needed to give you an update. He told me I had neglected to do so. So what I'm going to do is it's really easy to post reels and videos on Facebook. So what I've done is I've gone through and I've saved a couple of my clips of videos that I posted on Facebook, and I'm going to show those to you here so you can be updated. What we ended up doing is incubating some eggs that we got from one of my coworkers, one of my friends. She gave me eggs, and she has a rooster, and we put those in the incubator. This is the first time we've ever done this. The time frame there is 21 days. So for 21 days, we were checking on the eggs in the incubator. We had to make sure that the humidity was within a certain range. And then once the biddies hatched, and they did. Not all of the eggs, approximately half of the eggs, which that's not uncommon. Approximately half of them hatched, and then they have to stay in the incubator until the biddies are completely dry, because when they hatch out, they do look wet. And once they're dry, then you can move them over to your brooder, which my brooder was just a large box, and we had a heat lamp on there. And then, okay, so this is an update of the baby chickens. We have 17, and the rooster that fathered these is a barred rock. So that's going to explain probably most of the dark colored roosters. I mean, the babies. The light brown one right there, he is actually from my rooster. So I'm pretty sure that's the one from my rooster. Aren't they pretty? We have
18.
Is it 18? I thought it was 17.
Yeah, it's 17.
So we think it's 17. Anyway, we've got some water here. We've got some water over there. And then this container was about full when I left this morning, and they have pretty much cleaned it out. So anyway, yeah, he's tucking me. Hey, see the camera? Yeah, Jason wants to show you something. Alright.
This one is my favorite.
Alright, that's Cason's favorite with the stripes. Alright, so we're going to leave them here for a little while in the brooder. And then we'll transition them to another spot once they're a little bit older. So they're on our closed-in back porch because they are really loud during the night. The first night I had to get up at 2 o'clock and close all the bedroom doors because they were really, really loud. But
that's when
anyway,
some of them hatched. They hatched. Some of them
yes,
hatched it too, so that's why they got loud.
we had them they hatched in the middle of the night. So anyway, there's our chicken update. If you've been following, this is our first experience using the incubator. So yay! All right, we'll see you later. From there, we moved them over to the chicken coop, which is actually where will be their home. That's fine, just let them get out. Just leave it open. So this particular clip, so you understand what's going on here, I had actually taken the biddies and moved them out to the coop. So we have a chicken coop that's attached to a chicken yard, and I booted the adult birds out into just the yard so I could give the babies the coop exclusively just for safety, and so they have a larger, safer area to be at or to be in. And they were there for, it was maybe 1 or 2 days, and I went out to count them because we had 17, and when I went out to count them one afternoon, I was missing two biddies. I told my husband, I said, I've counted them like 5 times, and I'm only counting 15 and not 17, and he went and counted behind me, and sure enough, there were only 15, and so we don't know what happened. I assume that a snake came in and ate 2 of the baby birds, which is terrible to think, but we do live out in the country, and that is not uncommon for snakes to eat eggs. We've caught a snake in the coop before, and there are usually snakes around. Usually it's just what we call a rat snake. We haven't ever found any poisonous snakes near our chickens. But after that happened, because they were so small, now mind you, I have done this numerous times. I've bought biddies from like Tractor Supply or other farm stores that have babies in the spring, and I'll put them in the coop with the heat lamp, and we've never had a problem like this before. So after that happened, I felt like we needed to give them some more time to get a little bit bigger before we put them out in the coop, so we brought them back into the brooder, but we put them in the garage just because they're starting to smell a little bit. Didn't really want that odor in the house. So that's the reason why there is the Fort Knox video, so that you understand what that means exactly and why that came into being. Then once another maybe week and a half, 2 weeks, I can't remember exactly, we moved them back out into the chicken coop. They were bigger. We've not had any problems with snakes, and they haven't been messed with. Again, I go out and count them every day, and they're all still there. They're fine. They're growing big. They're getting their feathers in, which is good because that means they're not reliant on the heat lamp for, they can maintain their own heat. And even when I go check on them at night, they're not under the lamp, even though we have it on and available for them to use. So they're definitely growing, and we will have them here. Usually I end up keeping a flock of birds for at least 2 years. And then I'll send them off to a friend that has where they can free range safely in retirement. Okay, so this is the chickens. You can see this is just where they're hanging out. This is where I had them, and a snake got 2 of them. Well, we assume it was a snake. And they're big enough now, we don't have to worry about that. And they like to fly and play, and they're getting bigger, as you can see. So they're really getting their feathers on them. I came out and checked on them the other night, and they were not even under the heat lamp. So this is an update. My grandmother told me I needed to post an update, so I am posting an update. And they're not as cute as they were, but they will really be beautiful, especially once they get a little bit older. So there you go. There's the chickens. And yes, you can see them. Look at them. They're so funny. So I hope you enjoyed the chicken update, and hopefully I'll be able to keep you better informed of them as they're growing and changing here on my YouTube channel. So yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.